If your partner was a narcissist, you have zero personal hygiene. I know that sounds incredibly offensive and it might trigger you, but you need to hear me out on this. You can wash your hands 100 times a day, but you cannot out hygiene a partner who is secretly swimming in filth. There is a brutal truth in the idiom. If you lie down with dogs, you're going to wake up with fleas. A narcissist acts as a human supercarrier of toxicity. They live a secret, chaotic lifestyle behind your back, and then they bring all of that unseen dirtiness straight into your clean life, don't they? I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. If you are still wondering whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist, my free 2-minute quiz will tell you exactly what you're dealing with. The link is right there in the description or the comments below. Today, we are stripping away the mask and exposing a highly controversial reality that people are too afraid to talk about. Today, we are talking about the shocking truth about your hygiene in a narcissistic relationship. Let's look at exactly how a narcissist infects your physical body, your mind, your soul, and why your loyalty to them is unconsciously keeping you dirty. First, let's look at how they secretly destroy your physical and sexual health. Let's start with the most direct physical violation possible, your sexual hygiene. You may be a person who values complete loyalty. You give your body to one person and you expect the exact same thing in return. But a narcissist looks at the human body and your intimacy the same way a raccoon looks at a dumpster. To them, sex is not about love, connection, or safety. It is just an itch they need to scratch, a quick ego boost they crave, or a sick way to feel powerful and in control. Behind your back, they are living a secret, chaotic life. They're jumping from bed to bed, meeting random strangers on dating apps. You know how it is, or keeping secret flings on the side while you are at home taking care of the kids or working. They act like a walking patient zero in an epidemic. And here is the scariest part. They are literal super carriers of physical disease. They will look you dead in the eyes, tell you they love you, and then sleep with you right after coming from someone else's bed. They completely hide their dark history from you. I talk to so many survivors who are completely heartbroken because after years of being loyal in a marriage, they go to a routine doctor's appointment and find out they have an STD, which sometimes leads to something as devastating as cancer. They're completely shocked. They think, how is this possible? I have only ever been with this one person. It is possible because you were sharing a bed with a human contaminant. They used your faithful, clean body as a literal dumping ground for their reckless, dirty secrets. They stole your right to choose your own health, and they did it with a smile on their face. Second, notice how they force you to stay perfect while they live a double life. This brings us directly to that old saying, if you lie down with dogs, you're going to wake up with fleas, like I said. Let's unpack this and see what it means when it comes to a narcissist's secret life. A narcissist is like a dog that loves to roll around in the mud, dig through the dirty trash, and run around with every stray animal in the background. They thrive on the thrill of doing things they are not supposed to do. They love the dirty, sneaky feeling of cheating and getting away with it because it makes them feel like they are smarter than everyone else, especially you. But when that dog comes back inside the house, it does not leave the mud at the door. It jumps right onto your clean white sheets. It shakes its fur and sprays dirt all over your pristine walls. The narcissist brings the invisible filth of their secret life straight into your sacred space. The ultimate hypocrisy is that they will demand that you stay completely pure. They will accuse you of cheating, check your phone, and monitor your every move because they are projecting their own dirt onto you. They want a clean, faithful partner at home to make them feel respectable to the outside world, while they act like animals and worse behind closed doors. You think you're protecting a beautiful marriage, but you are unconsciously actually just sharing a kennel with someone who loves the gutter. You cannot keep your life clean when your partner is constantly bringing home invisible parasites. Now, what I talked about so far is just only the first layer of this nightmare. What happens inside a person's mind when they finally discover this horrifying truth? This is where the damage goes incredibly deep, and it is something survivors are deeply terrified to recognize. When a victim finds out that their partner has been secretly sleeping around and exposing them to diseases, problems, they do not just get angry. You internalize a heavy, suffocating sense of shame. Even though you did absolutely nothing wrong, you didn't cause it, you feel dirty. Let me know in the comments if that is what you resonate with. You feel contaminated. You feel like the narcissist's secret actions have rubbed off on them, making you feel like you're ruined. This can trigger severe OCD type behavior. I have seen so many people who discover the cheating and instantly start compulsively washing themselves. They will stand under a scalding hot shower for hours, scrubbing their skin with harsh soap until it turns bright red and raw. You will clean your house over and over until your hands bleed. You wash the sheets, the clothes, the floors, desperately trying to scrub away a stain that isn't actually on the fabric. You do this because your brain simply cannot grasp the massive scale of the violation. The shock of realizing that someone you trusted completely treated your body like a piece of trash is too big for the mind to process all at once. The human mind tries to turn that invisible emotional violation into a physical problem that it cannot solve with soap and bleach. But you cannot wash away a psychological assault with water. The dirt is not on your skin. The dirt belongs entirely to the person who violated you. The shame does not belong to you, but the trauma makes you feel like you're the one who needs to be cleansed. Now, let's move past the physical body and look at the spiritual aspect of it, the spiritual and psychological hygiene. There is an idiom that says a single drop of poison ruins the entire well of clean water. You can bring 99% purity to a relationship. You can bring kindness, empathy, prayers, good energy, and a completely open heart. But a narcissist is that single drop of poison that ruins everything you touch. They contaminate your psychological hygiene by twisting your reality. They gaslight you until you do not know what is real anymore. They dump their anger, jealousy, and hatred onto your mind every single day. It's like someone slowly dripping toxic waste into your drinking water. At first, you do not notice the taste, but over time, your soul starts to get incredibly sick. You lose your joy, optimism, and light. Spiritual hygiene means keeping your soul clean, peaceful, and connected to good things. But when you are connected to a narcissist, you are spiritually tied to a black hole. They feed on your light and leave you with their dark, heavy cloud. They make you cynical, anxious, and bitter. You start to realize that no matter how much yoga you do, no matter how much you meditate or how much you pray, you still feel heavy and dark. Why? Because you are still drinking from a poisoned well. You cannot maintain your spiritual health while staying attached to a person who thrives on spiritual rot. And that is the fundamental reality of this. So how do you finally get clean then? How do you restore your hygiene after being infected by a human biohazard? The first step is realizing that you cannot clean a house while the person with muddy boots is still running through your living room. You have to cut the connection completely and throw them out of your life when it becomes possible. You have to hand the shame back to the person it actually belongs to because it's alien. When you feel that frantic urge to scrub your skin or clean your house compulsively, you need to stop. You need to take a breath and speak directly to your own nervous system. You need to tell yourself, I'm clean. The violation was theirs. The sickness is theirs. And the dirt stays with them. You have to treat the narcissist like a toxic biohazard suit that you are finally stepping out of. You unzip it, you drop it on the floor, and you leave it behind forever. You stop drinking from the poison well, and you go find fresh, clean water. It takes time for your body, mind, and soul completely detox from their poison. But once you walk away, the natural healing systems of your body will take over. You will realize that your inner purity was never truly destroyed. It was just covered up by their mess. And now that they are gone, you can finally breathe clean air again. And that means you can let the healing begin. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Let me know what your experiences have been in the comments below, and I will talk to you in the next one.